Let me show you how to use this real quick. Sorry.
We're not.
If you hit the push button, the benefit is obviously more for those that happen to watch on YouTube later, or if they're watching right now. Everybody in here can hear us, but if you push this button, you'll see the red on. If the red is on, that means that the mic is live. There you go, you're live.
All right, 5:01. Meeting call to order. Jordan, roll call.
Awesome. Before I go through roll call, I'd like to introduce the board. I'm Jordan Collum. I'm the secretary.
Lynette Gibson, treasurer.
Gus Lickby, the president.
Almost forgot. Aaron Brown, member at large.
And Eric Kazikoff, Vice President.
Awesome. And as I go through the roll, if your lot's represented, you could say present, and I'll take it down. So, Peppies, Jennifer Wu, Judy Holt. Perfect. Ron Holt, or Ron Wacker. Two. Holte. Under pressure.
Present.
James Peterson, Steve Harriman, Canyon Lake POA, City of Canyon Lake,
Here.
Craig McCoy, Chuck Whitehead, Chris Semino, Blessed Properties, CHD Properties, here, HJC Properties,
Here.
Randy Lord, 31532 Railroad Canyon Road, LLC. MVH Enterprise. McCoy Whitehead. Heaven Sent. Richard Muglia. Fred and Tammy Kramer. Hub Enterprise. Amber Realty, LLC, here. Canyon Commercial Properties, here. Canyon Village Properties, here. Rhea Balili. How you say your last name? Perfect. Riverside County. Stephen Holmstrom. Mark Jones. Eleanor Rayleigh. 31588 Railroad Canyon Road, LLC. Ira Strickland. Perfect. Matthew Kramer. And Manish Patel. So we have a total of 44 lots represented. We have a 35 represents a quorum, so we're good. Are there any proxies at large? Okay. Oh, we have last year's minutes available. If anyone would like that, instead of reading through them, they're available to you guys afterwards. I will make a motion to the president to approve last year's minutes.
I'll second it.
Perfect. So now we're going to go through any new business. Oh. Oh yeah, Jordan.
You do a roll call vote on the minutes, or how are we doing that?
Following your lead. I don't
Oh.
know. I don't know.
Well, the president can just look for opposition. If there are no opposed, then it passes.
Anybody opposed?
No.
Nope.
No. All right. Minutes are passed.
As you guys know, this is Lynette. There it goes. This is Lynette. She's going to go through the budget. She's going to hand us some of these sheets out so everybody take a look. The proposed budget.
I do here. You can have it.
And it is an estimate.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have one too. You guys are so used to this.
Oh, yeah.
We're
So do you want me to go over it line item, or do you guys just want to look over it? And if you have any questions on any of the expense items or the estimates?
Mr. President, I reviewed it before it came. I have no questions.
All right. We'll let everybody else review it. If you guys have any questions, let us know.
And there is a microphone at the podium. If anybody wants to come up to speak, we can turn that on.
Should I make a note about the water service?
Go ahead.
I have a question about the trash collection. Still don't know which ones pay for. Because I have I pay for them, I know Mandy has, you have your own. But we all have our individuals, so which ones are the ones that?
The association pays for the recycle bins. There's 3 recycle bins in the center that the association has. One over by Coldwell Banker, one next to the 2-story, and one over on the other side next to Domino's. And then there's a third one, a fourth one down in the center. What do you call that? Where the maintenance shack is?
Yeah.
The trash can, the one down in the maintenance shack, the Merchant Association has one. That the day porter goes around and collects all the overflow and dumps it down there.
And the rest are all recycle bins.
There's one trash can for the merchants down there.
And then
yes.
the dumpsters, I'm assuming, that are right out front here, the ones by Domino's, those are all, those are not all recycle, right?
No, all the rest of one are owner paid for.
So the one right out here in the front, and then the ones next to Domino's are owner paid for as well, not by the Merchant Association? Okay,
Paid for. We all pay for our own, yes.
okay.
So why are these on here? If everybody has their own.
That's how much the trash cost for the recycle bins and the trash, the trash one that we keep down here for overflow. Our day porter goes around and collects all the trash that, usually it's the weekend warriors and all the guys who come and dump all the extra garbage.
It's never us.
It's not us, no.
So why don't we just eliminate them?
So I can tell you, it's a way more us than we thought. So I've had issues where I'll be here on the weekend and I started stopping people. And they get upset with me because they are here. They're, the last one that was very upset was a contractor that was up on the other side, kind of where the city offices used to be. And they were just throwing away their normal stuff. Their jobs had finished for the weekend. So I've encountered that quite a bit where it is people from here. We've caught people, and I don't know if anybody knows, we put signs up, and then we've instructed code enforcement from the city side that if they see anybody there to stop them, let them know that as a resident, you can't just use this. It is for town center owners and businesses only. And then we did a video that we shared on our social media to try to get the word out that that's all it's for. But 2 times in a row when I stopped somebody, they were town center either owners or businesses.
Yeah, and the trash that is represented here that we pay for, the day porter goes around, and it used to be, I forgot his name, but
It's Manny.
Manny goes around and throws it away in that trash can. So from the whole center, it'll go to the merchants bin, and then any overflow goes in that garage. We cut it up and throw it away.
And it's also other, I want to say, business owners, clients that leave stuff in the parking lot. So it's just all cleanup. It's all the trash that collects here in the plaza. If we eliminated the trash cans, we wouldn't have anywhere to put them, kind of thing. You know what I mean? It is a problem. And when I first got on the board 2 years ago, my wife calls me the Nazi because I was always out there like, hey, what are you doing? This is not your trash can. And I've done that so many years. It's gotten better over the last couple of years. depending on who's watching, but people are going to keep dumping it, whether it's us or Canyon Lake, because most of them are from Canyon Lake. There's nothing we can do about it, but we do need those trash cans.
But I think what you're saying is this, the trash cans for the common area, not for the individual units, is that the description? But some individual units do use them?
It's actually for the tenants and the common areas as well. So, I mean, a lot of property owners here have, tenants that use them, which is, normal,
Well, I can reach out to CR&R. We have a very special relationship with them and see if there's anything that the city could do if we restructured it maybe, and because the city fees are a little different. I don't know if this would work or not, but we'll see if there's a way we could work with CR&R to reduce it, even if it maybe goes through the city. I mean, it's worth a try to see if we can reduce that.
And then Iris, you had a question as well?
Yes, and some of this is just because I'm newer and I don't understand everything on here. And I know my husband Mark is gonna help with the committee on landscaping.
Yes.
But the landscaping is my question. Is the landscaping fees that I see, like, if you go back to 24 to 15,000, which is actually 26, and then we budgeted 15, and we're at almost 21, and then we've got another line item for almost 4,100. Is that the wood chips that are used, or what all does that include?
No, so not only does it include the wood chips that we all don't like, but it also includes trimming the palm trees, planting new plants when they die. I mean, it was a lot worse a few years ago. It's gotten better. We are working on it. I want to say keep our landscaper on his toes. I did get bids from other companies, but he was the lowest cost and he does the most for what he is. But we're always open for options if you guys know anybody that does a better job for cheaper. But yes, we're trying to beautify it. That 4,100 was what did we do? We planted bougainvillea. We replaced a lot of dead plants, planted some roses, because right now we're having trouble with the e-bikers riding through the hills and riding all over the plants we just planted. So you will see some caution tape in certain areas. That way it keeps them out. But yeah, that's something we're definitely working on this year.
Yeah,
So when it says the extra landscaping and then outside maintenance, and the miscellaneous, I totally understand that. Is that inclusive of like monthly gardening or weekly gardening or whatever, or is that the replacement of whatever we need to do? Like, which one belongs to what?
So the landscaping maintenance is them doing their monthly maintenance. The extra landscaping is the tree trimming and the mulch and any broken pipes that they have to repair and replace. And then, like he said, the 4,000 was any slopes and extra landscaping that we started filling in the dead slopes and replacing that.
Okay, thank you.
And Gus, I don't know, you may have looked at it already, but we can get unlimited free mulch.
Yeah, I did try that, and it
Okay.
was just like manure.
Oh, okay.
It was really bad. I ordered 10 yards, and they dropped it off right by the
Veterans Park.
Veterans Park,
Okay.
and it just smelled up everything. So we actually
Okay.
used that to dump behind the hill right here because there's no coverage at all.
Okay.
So that's what we got rid of
On
those
that-
10 yards, or else I would have.
I'll see if there's anything else, if that's the only mulch that,
Yeah.
I know the state requires us as the city to buy this bulk amount of
Oh, yeah.
mulch that we could never use, so, I'll see if there's any grades to it or
Yeah.
anything that, okay,
I was really excited about it till it showed up.
all right.
Well, we have, we've been storing a lot of this mulch that the city is required to
To use.
obtain at the country club. It's a little bit of a parking problem for us because when we have tournaments or like a celebration of life or something, we actually run out of
Parking.
parking over there. There's currently a pile there and it's actually decent mulch. So if you want to try that again for Veterans Park,
Yeah, I would-
the stockpile we have is normal mulch.
And it's
So-
right there in the parking lot in the country club?
Yeah, and it's a pretty decent pile last time I saw.
Okay, I'll-
Kind of like to get rid of it.
Yeah. We'll tell CR&R,
We'll
we're
look
trying to
at it.
stay manure-free on our,
Yes, please.
Yeah.
on our mulch.
Yeah, the landscapers were not happy about that. But I'll definitely take a look at it. Me and Jordan will go over there and check it out. Any other questions?
The lights, just the lights out in the parking lot, there's a lot of them that are out. And then last time we talked, you said Edison owns them or something with Edison. But I tried calling them, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
They have no idea. You have to
So I
call
don't know where
us, call us and let us know, and then we call Edison and we give them the account number, and then they look it up and they go, yes, we do own it, and they come out right away. But we drive around, I don't drive around at night, but you need to drive around at night and make sure.
Yeah, there's you can do it. It's like reporting an outage. I can do it. It's like I'll show you how to. We could all do it. It's not just us. We could all do it. It's when you put the poll number down, it pulls up the account, and then they'll send out a work notice. So it's like, because Edison owns the pole, it's like if there's one falling down in Railroad Canyon, you say there's a public hazard or whatever, and I've gone through gone through this enough to where like I'll show you how to do it.
And just on those lights too, talking to Jordan, I was unaware of how it all worked. So what I'm trying to do is utilize our government representative to see if they can put some pressure on the other side, because those things need to be upgraded to LED lights. And it's ridiculous that they're not. So we're trying to use another avenue to get pressure on them, even, you know, if they won't do it that way, then maybe we've got another route to get them to do it.
Yeah, and each light is I've learned this, each light is a separate ticket. So they don't do anything that they're not supposed to. So if you say this light is out and the one right next to it's out, you're like, oh, they're gonna at least check. And if you say it's the right side, they will replace the right side. Even if the left side's burned out, they'll leave the left side burned out. So I know how to.
Hey, Rhea, we're going to do a walk in the evening time.
Yeah.
And then get a number count, because I actually did notice we had dinner at your place not too long ago, and there was quite a few lights on her side out.
Okay.
And I think we replaced them not too long ago as well when you did it last time.
Well, if we could, before you even report them, if you get an inventory of them,
Yeah, that's what.
and then let's give it to our government rep and say, this is what's going on, and then try to see if they can't get that LED replacement, because they get money right now from the state for upgrading some of this LED stuff. So why would they not do it?
Nicole and I had a lot of conversations about that LED conversion, and Lynette might remember better than I do where that went. It just kind of died.
It was vague legal language. They wanted us to sign into a contract paying it back through our bill, but Edison
Right,
owns
right.
owns the light poles, and we didn't
Right.
want to take on any kind of. It was too vague to where we don't want to. They're not ours. We're not our responsibility.
Right.
We don't want to take
Right.
on any extra.
The contract didn't make any sense,
It was-
as I
it was
recall, and
too-
nobody at Edison could explain it to anybody.
Exactly, and it was
Yeah.
it was too vague, and we didn't want to take on the risk because it was too vague. So we didn't
Right.
go on with their upgrades because of that. And when we would press them on questions, hey, this is really gray, representing our best interest in that.
Right.
No one gave us a good answer. So
Well,
we did
yeah, I
not
think
go
I
forward.
was asking Mike, can you get an explanation from Edison about this document doesn't make any sense? And then we never really got an explanation, so maybe we could pick that up with is it still Jeremy Goldman or?
Jeremy Goldman is
Moved
so our
to somewhere else
yeah
now.
our representative is Ernesto, but Jeremy is his boss now.
Yeah, maybe we go directly to that guy and say,
Yeah.
explain this.
Yeah, no, that's my
Bring him
plan
to
is
it. Okay.
kind of have him come in, and then we've got come July, we've got the police department coming in, and so we've got a safety issue that we'll be able to use, frankly, trigger words with SCE to say things like, police and fire, and now they're going to be here, and so hopefully it'll tie that government relations part in to where they've got some motivation to try to help. Because the government side has no bearing over it, but hopefully they'll want to help us out.
Jordan, do you have a map of the parking lot with those poll numbers?
Yes,
Um,
I can email that to you.
Yeah, like maybe we update that or clean it up and circulate one so somebody can go, hey, poll number such and such is out, and somebody reports that.
Okay.
I mean, I would report them if I knew what the numbers were. Are they on the polls? I don't know.
I'm not sure. I think
Okay.
they're on
Most of them have a stamp. It's
Okay.
like a 6-digit yellow stamp, and when you report the outage, you read off the stamp and
That
you
way,
say
if
right.
anybody here sees one, we all know how they're numbered. We can go, hey, poll number such and such, and then Dana or you or Jordan or somebody, we can send an email to you guys, and
Yeah.
makes more sense, I think.
Well, and if you can send me that, I'll put it, we've got a website. If you go to the city's website now, we've now got a list of the businesses that are available here. We could add that. And feel free to check out the website. If your business is new, it may not be on there, let us know. We'll get it on there. Trying to do anything we can to let people know who is here in the town center.
That's cool.
All right, any other questions?
I have a question on parking.
Go ahead, Manny.
I don't know, Jordan, do you remember when I told you about
Oh yeah.
up there with a new school opening and maybe adding a few 15 to 20-minute spots? Because I've got tenants that, we've got customers that just maybe 5, 10 minutes, they're in and out, but they can't find parking.
issue as well.
So can we add a few 15
You
to
too.
20-minute spots?
I think we absolutely should, and we have the same issue right here in front of City Hall, where a lot of times people come in, they just need to go in, get a business license and go, and everybody use those front ones for long-term parking. So, I mean, I'd love to have there by the school and at least a couple right out here that are 15 or 20-minute parking if,
So have you been up there during like dismissal, when they have the pickup?
yes,
Pickup?
yeah.
So they do it 11:30, which we open around that time, so we have no parking. Our customers just circle. Most of them are old and grumpy, so they don't even stay, they just go back. And then it's at 1:30, which is like lunchtime, that's our busy time, and there's no parking. Because the moms just park there and they're on their phone. I mean, I do it on my
Right.
school roads. And, you know, they drink their Starbucks and they scroll on their phone.
No,
Like 45 minutes, 50 minutes sometimes.
And I'd say we don't have anything agendized for this, but I would make a motion to add, I mean, what do we think over there realistically, 8 spots?
I mean, well, at least until they can, the school can tell the parents, like, don't show up 45 minutes before
Right,
pickup, it should just be a loop. Because their kids don't walk through that parking lot, there's no crossing guard,
sure.
it's really not safe. I mean, they're.
So would we want to,
But they just,
At
they
least
walk
3 to 4
across.
spaces in that building would be
that works for me. I don't want to do too few though, to where it doesn't make an impact. I mean, that whole row kind of where the school's at.
It makes sense, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But like for me, it doesn't, because nobody's gonna come in for 15 minutes. Usually it's about an hour. So I don't think that would work for everybody.
I think at least 2 to 3 over where the pizza, smoke shop, tattoo.
So pretty much like the front rows.
And instead of making a set number right now, we should go up there, walk, set up, I don't know, a committee or something.
Yeah.
Walk it during dismissal time.
Right.
And
1:30, and now they added like more
Well, then I'd say I'll make a motion to add 20-minute parking in the appropriate number as deemed by the aforementioned committee.
okay, I'll second that motion.
I'll third it.
And
It seemed like the 20 minutes was not really what Rio was looking for because.
Like 15.
Customers there for longer. I'm not sure how to fix it, maybe no school parking, more than 20 minutes or something.
agreed, but we had 2 different requests. So Ria's was one thing, and Mr. Patel, I believe, was a separate.
I agree with her,
yeah.
because people are in and out quick, if I leave for his tenant, mine obviously is different. But also, I just feel like if you talk to the school, I didn't want to approach them on myself, because I know it's the same building, so.
Yeah,
It's your tenant, so.
absolutely.
Yeah, so I can't go talk to them, but, I feel like if they just tell the parents not to come in too early, they have to set, or just do it as.
So-
Come in, pick up your
I have no problem with talking to her, but what I'll tell you is I live next to an elementary school where there are signs everywhere that say you can't park here. And we just plan to never have an emergency during the school because there is no fire engine that's getting to my house during that time, even though the whole block says you can't park here. So she may be able to tell them not to, but I have a feeling they're going to do whatever the bleep they want to anyway.
It's not school, that's like, it's not a school zone.
Yeah.
It makes it harder, you can't really tell them, which I don't know what.
Go ahead.
We kind of touched on this, it got brought up, but maybe if it is that whole strip of that front row that says like no school parking, and that way it'll service the runs that I know suffers. Sometimes I can't find a spot and I just go home because I literally can't even park in my own.
Right.
And a 15 or 20-minute parking spot wouldn't help me either. So if we could maybe black out that whole front row after you guys do your diligence and research, that might make a little bit more sense, and then at least her older clientele and whoever needs to pop in and out, and the ones that do pop in and out will create these spots for someone like me that came back from an appointment or, whatever have you. So that might be a way to solve both.
Sure. And my thought is, like, there shouldn't be a limit on where we go to discover this because there was no way to know the level of impact that was going to happen with that school, and it shouldn't affect the other businesses. And so we'll try this, and if it doesn't work, we'll go to the next thing. I mean, personally, for me, I wouldn't care if we had permitted parking with validations from the business so that it's dedicated to there if we get to that point at some point, because this may be just the beginning of us trying to solve that problem, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I just don't know how many classes she was like at, because it started like with one pickup and then two, now it's like 3, and then they have like tutoring now.
Sure.
Oh, wow.
It's a lot going on in that parking lot that we never really had to deal with.
Right. Yeah, and you're right. Getting there 45 minutes early and taking up a spot is not doing anything for anyone. And maybe there could be a waiting area if there's an area where the market always seems to have parking available in that area. And that's right. Yeah, but I mean, they could wait there. So we can try to come up with something at least to educate them. And then I'll talk to Erica Harper is the owner of the school there. I'll talk to her and see if we can at least try to get something together to them to try to, at a minimum, ask them to be good neighbors.
Yeah, or add a better process for pickup and drop off. We want to make that happen. Yeah, especially for all the businesses, because your business needs parking.
Yep.
I mean, everybody's business needs parking, and it's not fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's tough. This is definitely a small plaza, and the parking is a little tight.
Yeah, but I think we need to commit to trying to find
No, we will find
whatever the solution is, yeah.
All right. All right. Any other concerns? Any other questions on anything else?
My only question on the budget was, in 2025, the maintenance supply dropped down to 488, and now it's back up to 3,500, and I don't remember why we did that.
It's because we buy, go ahead.
Yeah, so the maintenance supply deal, I'm drawing a blank why it was, if a car run, or someone runs into the mailbox spaces, it
Parking lot bumps.
parking lot bump stops, the concrete bump stops. In 2024, when we did repaving, the paver pulled up a bunch of them, and when they went back in, a bunch of them broke. We had to replace. He replaced the broken ones at the time, but anytime you move one of those, as we're doing maintenance, anytime you move it and put it back, they make them weak or run it into stuff. So a big, large ticket item in that was signage, put new stop signs around and going through, and it just kind of, keeping that as we had,
bumpers in the garage, which we don't have anymore, so I was thinking we're gonna have to buy some more bumpers, so.
Okay.
All right. Any other questions on the budget? Anyone?
Make a motion?
Yeah, so I'll make a motion to approve the budget.
Second?
Third. I don't know what to say.
Now you gotta. No, we're either voting roll call for everybody on this, or is this is voted by everybody, or this one's
Just the board usually.
just the board? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. I have no opposition.
Nope. Good.
Okay.
Aye.
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 All right.
You guys want to go over the asphalt maintenance?
Yeah, so the asphalt maintenance, the plan is, we've been doing it in sections. The next big line item is to address the loop that's failing, all the way around, and we're gonna have to do it in phases. So we're gonna isolate the,
I might be able to help with that. I did talk to the attorney.
Oh, you did?
oh, okay.
Yeah, so one of the things that we do is try to get creative because none of us want to pay additional merchant association fees. And so, and I've got a council member over there that's hearing this for the first time. He doesn't know what I'm throwing out into the universe right now. But I talked to our city attorney to see, we've got Measure A gas tax grants to see if there's any way we could use them. And it specifically, what's the legal term, disallows using it for a parking lot. So we sat down to try to figure out what we could do. Well, as a street, or as a city, we decide what a street is. And so we looked at what the rules are, and we could make the loop a street. And then we would be able to utilize gas tax to fix all of that. That keeps us from having to raise the prices. It makes it, whatever, town center loop or town center way or whatever. So we know we've got a path to do that. So I'd say before we commit to doing the loop, let's see if the city council would be agreeable to do something like that. We could work together to basically have the Merchants Association give up that strip to the city, and then the city becomes responsible for what you're talking about, and it wouldn't even affect our general fund. So it's not going to raise your taxes in terms of the city tax as well. It's going to be the gas tax that we're already getting. The city is in a really weird scenario that most cities are not in. And as a city manager, I love, and as the general manager of the POA, he doesn't. But the only street or road that we're responsible for in the city is Railroad Canyon. Typically, the city would be responsible for all of the roads that are in the city. Because the POA is considered private property, the POA is responsible for those roads. So we do have extra funds that are available that we could use for this, that are only allowed by law to be used for things like that, that are accessible to all members of the public. So if we decided one day to put gates at the merchants or at the town center, it would make it so we couldn't use that. We would never do that, so we're good. But we're looking at ways to where we could use those funds that wouldn't affect general fund. It would lower our overall cost. So now we don't have to worry about raising fees to cover whatever the next asphalt cost is.
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up, because I just got back with our paver. He got back with me today. The loop, it would be 210,000, it's 45,000 square feet. It's 4 inches, it's like an actual road because there's semi trucks that drive on it. It would be a big project, and that would eat up our asphalt maintenance program for the next 4.5, 5 years.
Yeah.
So, just a little info.
Well, and if you do that, that would also allow your police department to enforce on private property while people are on that loop.
Correct.
Another benefit. Just so
Yep.
did you talk to the city attorney about
I did. I
a
talked-
shared use maintenance agreement with the Merchants Association, like what we did for our roads?
No, what he's saying is we would need to do it as a road, so not a shared use maintenance agreement, because it's a shared use maintenance agreement for a parking lot. It specifically says you cannot do a parking lot.
First, you have to call it a road and then just leave it there.
We'd have to define it as a road, but we own the road.
Right.
So that's what we'd have to do, is put that as a road, make it a road, lane, drive, whatever.
And then the Merchants Association gives the city their road, and you can use your gas tax.
Correct.
Perfect. I
And
like it.
We could do, I mean, with the gas tax money, we could do a full depth reclamation, go 8 inches, and it's not going to affect what we're doing.
So right now, the parking lot is owned by the Merchants Association?
Yep,
that's correct.
If we did this with the city would then own the dimensions of the
Just the loop.
Just the
Right.
loop portion.
But you would own that parcel, like it would become its own property and you guys would own that?
Correct.
It would no longer belong to the Merchants?
Right.
Yeah, it would become a true road.
Because
Right.
they're continually, the city's continually getting gas tax money. That flow of money never stops, but they can only spend it on 1 mile of road out here. And after this big project, it's like, what else can you do to Railroad Canyon Road? But there's plenty they could do to this loop. And that flow of money never stops. So here, take it.
Right.
I mean, I'm all for it, honestly, if we could pull it off.
Well, that's something I want to make sure that everybody knows in the membership is that the 5 of us have been having these discussions of
Yeah.
what can we do? What options do we have to utilize resources? When we're talking about landscaping, one of the first things Gus and I did was we're going to go out to bid for a landscaper as well. Let's do it at the same time so we can see if maybe there's an economy of scale. Doesn't always work, but those are the things we're looking at.
Yeah, like I had a conversation with Aaron and the board, and we just want to make this town center look a lot better than it is. Yeah, we've been slacking a little bit over the years, but things have changed. We got momentum now. That's a good idea with the loop. It always scares me for the city to own more properties. That's one thing I'm going to throw out there. But
There's no voting available for.
but we're on the same. We're always on the same page, though, too.
Yeah.
We want to work together on this. That way, our town center looks better, our businesses do better, and our tenants do better. So that's what my goal is. As I didn't even want to be president, but that's what my goal is as of right now. Yeah.
The best presidents are the ones that didn't want to be president.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
Unpaid too.
Yes.
Let's go over, let's see, any other questions on anything else, guys? No? Chris? No? All right, we can move forward to the next.
You guys are doing a good job.
Thanks, Chris,
That's
for
awesome.
trying. Let's see, budget's done, assessment's done. Elect board members. I mean, that's the next. So I don't know how that works.
What's the process in the past? What have you done? I mean, is there anybody nominating, or how does it work?
The process in the past, a long time ago, if there's more than 5 people wanting on the board, then I have ballots that I can give out, and we will vote on it. But recently, there's only been, the 5 that want to be. But if you ask the audience if there's anybody else that wants to be board member, so you can do that.
All you, Mr. President.
So, yeah, are there nominations from the floor, I think, is the process.
Question for us newer ones, what positions are open? Do you guys run 1-year, 2-year terms? Are the terms staggered? What does that look like?
Iris, I'm like you, I'm new to this too, so I want to know that answer.
So, if I could, Mr. President, we had bylaws that have existed for this forever, and they were not readable at all. So, just to be as honest as possible, we've been winging it. So, what I did was ask our amazing city clerk, Cheryl Garcia over there, is to see if she could talk to the county, because they had to record this at some point. And sure enough, we just recently got the real bylaws. So our commitment to you is
Legible bylaws.
right.
The real ones.
Right. The legible. Thank you. The real ones were the problem. The real ones were not legible. So our commitment to you is we're going to start doing all the things we're supposed to do. We just didn't know, and I say we as members, as people that were on the board before, we didn't know what we were supposed to do. Some of the sheets were, the whole piece was just blanked out. So you don't know what was in that area. So we're starting to kind of learn, and I'm a bit of a nerd, as Jordan and I talked about. So I'm putting it all into AI so that it'll tell us exactly what we're supposed to do and to do it the right way. So some of the questions you have, I don't think anybody up here could answer, but we will be able to soon.
Like, I have the legible copy. I haven't read it all yet, just a matter of time. But yeah, what our term limits are, I don't know that off the top of my head.
I've read them, because I am a nerd apparently. I've read them quite a few times. And there's no term limit. It just said that there is a vote at every annual meeting, there is a vote. And in the past, we couldn't get more than 5 people to even want to be on the board, so we've never voted. But every year we do ask, is there anybody that wants to be on the board? And if there's more than 5 people, then I do have ballots and we can actually do a vote. So
You want to
that's
ask,
what
Mr.
you
President?
Yeah, so is there anybody who wants to be on the board?
There is 4 more seats up
But
The bylaws do require 5.
Right.
Yeah, we did try that.
come on down, Chris. Serious question though. Anybody want to be on the board?
I don't currently, but something that we did when we had to revamp, JWC and like revamp all bylaws and things like that. At some point, when I was president, I put together this package, where we sent it out to all of the members prior to the meeting, and we said, okay, this is the job description of the secretary and so forth and so on. And this is your time commitment, this is your responsibility, this is like the expectation of your job. Not to hand you guys more work, but again, just being new to this, and I love to thoroughly understand what I'm part of, and that's my nerd part of me, but, is that something going forward that you guys can do?
Absolutely, yeah.
I think we're committed to adhering to all of the bylaws, and one of the things in the bylaws is noticing and exactly how that's supposed to go. And so we've kind of mostly done it, but not in adherence completely to the bylaws.
I was gonna say, if I was on the board, then I never have to do it.
Right.
Never asked him to do it, so, I didn't see the point.
Right. Show up to the annual meeting.
Then that's it, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, and I mean, my opinion is it's kind of a reinvigorated board, and we're trying to be proactive and not just reactive, and trying to find ways. My thing is, I was sent here by city council. They said, get on the board and figure out how we can make this town center better. And fortunately, everybody that's up here wants to make the town center better. So that's kind of an easy thing to work as a team. And so we kind of had a discussion and knew that in our minds, the other 4 of us, Gus was the right person to do that. And so that's where we're at for the 5. But I would say all of us are working very well together and trying to do the things. I've had private conversations with some of you about the town center, and all of those things are represented in what we're trying to do.
Yeah, your concerns don't fall on deaf ears. I myself own businesses here too, and like I said, I just want this place to look a lot better, be a lot better for everybody. Because, I mean, some of us are. I rent as well. You know what I mean? I don't own all my properties, but if everything came out better, your businesses would flourish more, obviously, and then obviously we'd get more per square foot too. Because I know a lot of you guys own the properties here, and our goal is to make it easy and make it simple. And we're going to work as much as we can, as hard as we can, to make this happen for you guys and for us as well.
Just clarify something. Are the 5 of you willing to retain your spots?
Yes.
Yes.
Not all 5 of you are ready to sit. So the other question is, anybody out
There
here
we
want to
go.
nominate someone that isn't one of the 5? So my question is, anyone want to nominate somebody other than the 5? Now would be
The time.
opportunity. And don't hear anybody doing that.
No, so,
No.
so hearing no nominations from the floor, I make a motion that the officers
Retain the positions.
retain their positions status quo.
Mine's the best one. I'm member at large.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Second.
And yeah, I only got here because whoever was vice president went away, and two people who worked for the city happened to be in that meeting, and they nominated me to fill that role, and I said, okay, I'll do it. So, and that's been about 5 years, so I don't even remember who left, but here we are.
All right, so I think, want to call the meeting, right?
Before we call the meeting, if maybe, Lynette, you could give out the email address just one more time so that, I want to make sure you know where to send an email if you have a concern. Obviously, you can stop any one of the five of us, tell us what's going on, but if you want to formalize something and send it in so that it can be on one of our, I don't know, we'd call it executive session or those meetings so that we can know exactly what's going on, by all means, please do it.
Just a comment, by the way, I think it'd be nice if we did a roll call vote, and I believe what I hear is everybody's gonna vote for the five. I think voting for the board is that's the biggest decision people.
Let's
make.
do it.
The budget's the next one. I think going down the roll call and say the motion is for the five people retained, I'd go down and get the yeses and nos.
So we've got a motion from Eric, did anybody second it?
Lynette seconded.
Lynette seconded, so you just have them vote on the motion.
All right. So I guess,
The vote is from everybody,
Correct.
Yeah.
not from the five.
okay, then,
Yeah, the easiest way for everybody, though, is anybody opposed.
anybody opposed of us staying on the board? No? So far?
That works for me.
Okay.
No, so now you just, into the record, you're saying there's no opposition, so the motion passes.
There's no opposition, so the motion passes.
We're good.
So the email that you're asking for is clmerchantsassociation@gmail.com.
And also, we did make a Facebook page, Canyon Lake Merchants Properties Association. If you guys want to join it, and you guys could always comment and send, concerns or questions there too. We'll answer it that way. But the email is one of the best ways as well. But if you see one of us anywhere, because I'm mostly around the town center all the time, or Jordan, you just stop us, ask us, any concerns or anything like that. Like Mr. Holte had a concern, and he called me, and we took care of it, right? All right.
And if anybody wants a copy of the legible bylaws, because when you purchased your properties, I sent you all the bylaws that you couldn't read. So if anybody wants them, go ahead and email me and I'll send them to you.
Maybe we could put the parking lot light map and which dumpsters are common, and put that on that Facebook page, or
Yeah, I can do
think
that.
you can store documents on a Facebook page too. I've done that before. I don't remember how, but we can talk about that.
If you do see somebody dumping in the dumpsters and you don't think they belong here, just contact the city. We'll send code enforcement over right away. I don't want something happening because I'm as I was told, I'm not the brightest tool in the shed, so that makes it even more fun. But I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna go in and challenge them. I was a Marine before I was even a Marine, and so I'm good with it. But I don't want anybody putting themselves in that position and saying, hey, what are you doing? And end up in some kind of domestic dispute. We've got code enforcement. Soon we'll have our police department. We'll send them over right away. They can handle it if you want to question it.
Yeah, and to make a comment on that too, we've got a couple concerned tenants, and then a couple called about vagrants up near the hotel area, or code enforcement does a real good job at addressing that soon, but especially behind the hairdressers. A couple of them called about vagrants moving in and just doing lewd or obscene things. Code enforcement's
Yeah, we immediately respond. It's
immediately
not
responds.
a
Yeah,
delay. As soon as we get that request, somebody is sent over immediately.
Rhea has another great strategy for trash, where it gets returned to the people who left it there on
Oh,
their
yeah.
front lawn.
I
love
heard
that.
about
I
that.
love that.
I love that.
I love Rhea.
Hey, you left something here. Yeah, I think that's awesome.
Hey, will you call me? I'll go with you.
Yeah, right? Yeah, if you need backup, just
Yeah, I'm
let me
right
know.
there.
You might have a team here.
That's my favorite thing ever.
Does anybody want to talk about using Zoom or anything like that in the future?
Oh, yeah.
Make
yeah.
it a little easier?
Yeah, so there's a lot of property owners that can't make it to the meeting, so we'd like to do a Zoom. Obviously, this is actually live on his YouTube, on the
Yep.
city's YouTube channel, but that way we could get more people involved. You know, the Zoom would be a way better platform, and obviously we could use the city
Yeah, yeah,
council
absolutely.
office
Yep,
every time we do this, and
Yep.
it's not necessarily we only have to have a meeting once a year. If there's any concerns, we could always call a meeting and we could all get together. Whether it's something minor, something major, but we want to hear what you guys have to say. So yes, go ahead.
Can I make a motion to have another meeting in 6 months? If we need something sooner, we need to push for something, fine, but can I at least motion to get another meeting on, the calendar in 6 months? And we can check in where we're.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We could check on the progress on the things I actually wrote down what we have to do with the lights and everything and see what kind of progress we're going through. And especially about the loop, that'd be really cool, yeah. Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll send an email, right? We can send an email to everybody and put the date down and make sure it works for everybody. And then I'll also post it on that Facebook page. If you're not on that Facebook page, add yourself. If you're not a Facebook person, we'll just email you. Fair enough.
So when we adjourn, we'll adjourn to a date in July. Is that, you said 6 months? Everybody good with July?
It's a busy month in July. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, at least a week after the 4th.
Do you guys want to come up with a date now, or? Let's see. Let's see. And does this time work in the evening time? For everybody, obviously? Okay, perfect.
What about Wednesday, the 15th?
I like it. I like it.
The
Okay.
Junior Women's Club?
14th maybe, Tuesday?
I'm good with 14th.
Taco Tuesday? No, just kidding.
Is it already started?
I'm just teasing. I don't go.
We
to
can
Taco.
go right after.
Probably.
That's, yeah, what are the hours?
Bring a
usually?
margarita.
What about Thursday, the 16th? Yeah, don't
Wait, if we Zoom, can I Zoom from the lodge? Do you know? Is that,
That might be possible.
What about the
What?
Thursday?
I was gonna say,
I can't do the 16th. I can do the 20th.
can't do the third.
Oh, no. Yeah, I can do the 23rd.
I like the 23rd.
20. Everybody good with the 23rd? It's a Thursday at 5 p.m. I'm gonna add it on my calendar now
Same.
because I will forget.
5 to 7 again?
5 to 6. No, just kidding.
Yeah, sure.
Good suggestion, Iris.
Yeah, it was a good suggestion.
And if anything comes between that time, you guys could let us know. We could always call a meeting. All right.
I'm going to call it the Merchants Association biannual meeting.
Done. All right.
Did we, or should we mention about the late charges that were?
Oh, yeah.
I don't
That's
think
true.
Because, yeah,
We've
it
never-
doesn't show anywhere on here because we just decided.
Okay, so
What we decided.
we had a meeting on the
I do.
assessments, right? And if you're late, there's gonna be a certain charge after a certain time. How'd it go, Eric? Don't have my notepad that I brought.
I think it was 10%
Percent.
every month.
10% 10% late
And,
charge.
and you've already started doing that. And there's a few that are getting that charge.
Yes.
Yes.
And you know what? I also want to bring up events in the parking lot. I don't know if any of you guys have questions on that. There's a lot of outside vendors that want to come in, and I don't want a lot of outside vendors unless the vendors in here are involved in that event. You know,
Unless the
because
tenants.
yeah, the tenants or the owners. You know, and I think we should charge a fee for the ones that aren't associated with us. And
I think,
that might bring-
I think we decided we were going to propose, if you're not associated with somebody,
Yeah.
you can't host an event.
No, very true.
Yeah, so, but you were saying that you'd be a different fee. We'd gone back and forth and then finally decided, if you're not associated with somebody in the town center,
And yeah, we don't want to.
there isn't a fee, you
No,
just
no.
can't do it.
No, yeah. So we definitely want to do that. The fee wouldn't be astronomical or anything like that, you know, but
But they have a company that you guys, that brings all the vendors. The city does not bring the vendors.
no, this
No,
is.
but this, so when the city does an event, we're doing all, we get our own permits, we go through the whole process. What we're talking about is there are people that aren't members of the members or merchants association that we're saying, like, we want to bring outside people and do an event there.
I mean, the city has.
No, the city,
Any, like, any vendors from this city, whatever, about the pumpkin.
right, you're talking about Made Local,
Made local.
right? Yes,
They're own
correct.
vendors, they are not from Canyon Lake. I was never approached, nobody was approached, like, from this town center, so a lot of people are mad.
And I'm aware of that, and it's confusing because we did go literally business to business, the city did, going to do that. So we're going to do a much better job of that to make sure that the whole idea is to have everybody in the town center. This is on the city event, separate item, but to make sure that everybody is aware that we're only going to do 2 events a year now. It's going to be the Pumpkin Bash. Actually, that's it, I think.
Good,
That's-
right?
Yeah, because the Veterans is over. So we're only going to do the Pumpkin Bash each year, and that'll be right in that October timeframe. So we will make sure, and in terms of bringing Made Local, it's the city as the member of the Merchant Association, bringing them. They're not here coming out from the outside on their own. But what we're talking about is, and it say Made Local said, we want to host something on your site on Wednesday. It's not a city event. It's not a sports stuff. It's our own thing. How much would it cost? And our answer was, you can't unless somebody from the town center is essentially sponsoring you. You can't have an event here.
Yeah, that-
Sponsoring and participating.
Yep.
Like if Made Local wanted to come here and have a beer garden and you weren't invited, we would say no.
That's what happened in November, by the way.
Right.
And they had to get all 3 restaurants on board, and they didn't, so we didn't do it.
It needs to be good for members of this association, or the answer is no.
Yep.
Two comments. One, I think, don't we rotate on City Night Out, or what's that event?
National Night Out.
National Night Out. So we do rotate that with 3 other cities.
We haven't been rotating it through here because we're offering a parking lot, they're offering a park in another area. So we all had a discussion where they're like, hey, and they were honest, could we not do it at your parking lot? And for us, the Lake Elsinore Park is so close. So on our year, we're going to do it right there at that Elsinore Park. So it'll be 2 years in Lake Elsinore, 1 in Wildemar. Yeah.
That's something, I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah.
And the other question is the farmer's market, that's still a viable thing you guys are doing? So, okay.
Yeah, the
The
farmer.
rule change doesn't affect the farmer.
Yeah,
Correct. Whether or not it's viable is up to them.
They've always paid a little, very little.
Yeah, I think it's like 1,200 a
1,200
year.
a year.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
empty up there.
It's on Sundays. It's not really affecting business operations. It's been going on for a very long time, so.
And
we've
the
had-
city has supported it, so I mean, we would be the sponsor for that. Yeah.
Seems successful, so, for everybody.
What about the insurance or special events?
So the insurance for, Gus had asked about the insurance for special events. The city, it gets really confusing. If anybody wants to host an event, there's two things you need to do. You need to get approval from the Merchants Association, and you need a permit from the city. And if you're serving alcohol, you also need an ABC permit. And so there's requirements that the city has on different levels of insurance you have. It's often higher than what the Merchants Association would require. So what we've been doing, there's some area in the code that says the city manager has the authority to approve a lower amount. So if you do have an event that you want to host and it's just out of whack, right? You're like, look, there's 15 people showing up. We've got a dozen donuts and you want me to get $5 million in insurance, then you can just let me know and I'll let the staff know that we would approve a much lower number because it needs to be realistic. But we do have, our standard is, I believe it's
2.4.
2.4, right?
2.4.
So the city standard is 2.4. That comes from, we have a risk management agency. Every year they tell us what the norm is and they say, okay, here's what you need to be asking for. But again, we had an event where it was at the Veterans Park and there were very few people. You don't need $2 million worth of insurance for that. So fortunately, the code allows me to apply common sense.
Yeah, that way you guys are all protected. You know, anything happens, everything's fully insured if you guys do an event, or if your tenants do an event. You know, just let your tenants know that they have to do that. It's just something that we've been seeing people doing their own events and not having insurance on it. If something happens, we're all liable for it. You know, and this way it kind of nips it in the butt. And we're gonna come up with a little sheet, you know, like a little cheat sheet. This is what it'll take for you to do your event. Just mark off the boxes and you're good, you know. And if it is something with like 15 or 20 people, it'll be less insurance, obviously. All right.
And I'll throw Maddie's over there under the bus, as they say. If anyone would be interested in being a part of our October Pumpkin Bash event, please let Maddie know. We will certainly make sure that in the event you are prioritized, that you are in a very significant area, and Made Local will find areas around that. So my apologies if we've not done that in the past. For all of you or some of you, then we will commit to making sure we're not like that in the future in what we do.
So two of my delivery drivers got fined at my DJ for that night. The security were relentless. I mean, I guess they did their job, but because they parked, they had to deliver, and I told them I needed the stuff, so they did get fined, so I don't know what to do
By who?
with the security.
Security doesn't have the authority to fine any. Could it have been?
They got like a ticket, not fine. They have a ticket that was sent out to their
Was it?
residents.
Oh, it was a
I know, I talked to one of the delivery drivers that night that was trying to make delivery.
Yeah.
I coordinated their access to it, and they were not fined. I did
Just
not
the
know
one,
the
yeah,
company
but
that we rented even had the authority.
They don't.
The citation from the security, was a citation from code for parking and fire.
Oh, so on the fire. So what we could do, Rhea, for the future is same thing we did for some of the other businesses that let us know. We'll designate spots during that time and just we put up signs that said that its parking is only for administrative citation from,
From the city. It was a code
Yeah.
enforcement.
It must have been a parking issue, as
Right.
Matt said. It wasn't an access issue.
so we'll make sure, and this is any other business, if you've,
Like his equipment.
So like they set aside for Pumpkin Bash, I think you're talking about? They set aside parking.
Domino's,
Parking spaces
yeah.
for the Domino's delivery drivers?
Tried to get behind the our building.
Yeah.
To deliver, but then they couldn't, so they just parked right there. Quick, and then they unloaded, and then we had to take it.
yeah, so.
Probably designate spaces for you next year.
Yeah, that's not a problem. And we did, I mean, you're right, the security team, they actually did a great job. It kept the flow moving, but there are going to be things like that where a delivery has to be made. We'll find a way.
We get $4 delivery for that.
Yeah.
Actually, I have to go pick up on the Riverside.
Yeah, if you can let us know ahead, we'll plan for all of that.
Okay, so just a little recap. We're gonna map out the lights. We're gonna see how many lights are out. We're gonna do our due diligence and then do a little map and then send it out to everybody, and we're gonna work on those, right, Jordan? And then we're also gonna do another walkthrough around 11:30 to 1:30 for the school to find out where we could actually put those 15-minute parkings or not school parking. And we're also gonna map out the common dumpsters.
You're gonna look in front of City Hall as well for the ones that, yeah.
We're just gonna do a little walking.
Really, really nice to have some short-term parking there, just people to come in, do what they need to do and go.
And go out, yeah, because we want to make it easy for you guys to have your customers park. And that's what I got on my list to do. And hopefully in July, everything's all done, and then we'll work on whatever's next after that. Is that fair enough? All right.
I'm texting our SCE rep now.
Okay, cool. Dale, what do we do next? Because you know.
Are we all done?
I don't know. Are we done? Any other questions?
Did you make it through the agenda, I guess?
We
Hey,
did.
the
We would,
agenda's
The
done.
agenda and
the
then-
last thing we would do is adjourn to our July, what did we decide, 23rd?
23rd at 5 p.m.
23rd meeting.
And then maybe we'll have the Zoom up by then. 5 p.m. All right.
Adjourn at 6:08.
Adjourned at 6:08.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Okay, there we go.
Second.
That's usually the quickest, second. There we go.
Third.
All right, good.
Done. Can I hit the gavel?
That's it. We're out of here. Thank you all.
I was waiting to hit that.
Order,
Order.
order.
Keep it down.
I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Thank you.
Good job.
Appreciate it.
Sir?
Good job.
It pays super well, so.
That's right. That's right. I always used to tell my wife, so I